Hello everyone, in this series of tutorials I'm going to take you through modeling a small Spitfire model, simple one with a working prop. First of all I'll show you how to set up Fusion in a sort of a fairly basic way. So first of all I want to save it. I'll save it to a location that I suggest that I select. I'm fine with it here, and I'm going to call it Spitfire 2. You can call it whatever you want, and I'll save that. I want to make sure over my view cube here that I've got perspective with ortho faces selected. Down the bottom I want to make sure that my snap to grid is not selected. I want to make sure that my constrained orbit is selected, and over the top on the ribbon, if I don't have a icon that I want, let's just say I wanted rib up there for some reason, I can click on those three dots, click on pin to toolbar, and there it is. To get rid of it, click on it and uncheck it. Okay, so now I've got my Fusion environment selected or set up. I'm going to go to Chrome and type in Spitfire template and select images, and I'm looking for a template, something like that, that's got a side view and a top view. I don't need that one, but that's what it is. I'm going to right click it and save image as, that one's a PNG. It could be a PNG or JPEG, and I'm going to call it Spit1, and I'm just saving it to my desktop. Save. Now I'm going to go to Inkscape. Inkscape is like Adobe Illustrator, except it's open source and free. You can use Illustrator if you want, or some other method. What we need to do is trace or vectorize the raster image, the PNG or the JPEG, before we convert it to an SVG. So I'm going to go and open that one, Spit1. Go OK. There it is. Well, it's pretty low resolution, this one. Very low resolution. I'm actually going to go and select a different one. Okay, in the meantime I've gone back to Chrome and I found one with a high resolution. So I'm going to select this one and delete it and open Spit2, which hopefully will be a bit bigger. Well, much bigger. Okay, great. Look at the clarity of that. But if we zoom in, we can still see that it's a bit pixelated, but that's looking a lot better than our previous one. Okay, so that's a JPEG image, so it's still a raster image. I want to vectorize it. I'm going to select that image and go to Path, Trace Bitmap, and you're going to have to play with the threshold a little bit. Let's just leave it as a default, and we'll apply it and just move it now. So because my resolution of my original, that's my new one, was pretty high, this is all good. Okay, there aren't any little gaps at all, and it's very crisp. If for you it's not as crisp or you've got little gaps, then you're going to have to increase your threshold, maybe to 0.7. Okay, I'm going to select the JPEG and delete it. Bring that in there. Now I need to make it the correct size, so I'm going to get my ruler tool, and I haven't done this much, but I'm going to measure from there to there, and on this we can see it's 77 millimeters. So it's 77 millimeters here. Just go back to that. Now if I go to my calculator, I want the whole thing to be 150 mil. So if I type in 150 divided by 77, I get 1.95. Okay, so if I select that image, lock it, change it to %, And if I want this to be, instead of 100, if I make it 195, hopefully that's worked. Let's just go measure that again. From there to there, that should be 150. 140. Don't know why that is. Let's go calculate again. We go 150 divided by 140 equals 1.07. So again, if I go and select the image on percentage, so we go 107%. Hopefully that worked. It's not critical. There we go. 149.4, close enough. Okay, so there we go. That's our image. We're going to save it as an SVG. That's the critical bit. I'm going to call it Spit2 on my desktop, and I'll save it. Great. So now I'm going to go into Fusion. Make sure my origin is on. So you want to be seeing that. And you can insert an SVG from my computer, and it's going to be Spit2. And we're going to go on that vertical plane there. And that's what we've got. And we'll just go OK for the insert SVG. And it's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, not too bad. Generally it takes a little bit longer for me. And I'm going to delete everything except that bit. So I'm going to make a window with from right to left. And wait. Hopefully it'll happen soon. And hit delete. Yeah, my computer's a little bit slow. I'll go get a cup of tea. Wait a bit more. Alright. Select that one. Excellent. Okay. Now in here we want to create a line from there to there. It wants to snap, and I'm going to create another line from along here. See that X sticks to the green line there? It needs to do that from about there to about there, and hit escape. Now what we want to make sure is that this one can be select. I'm just mousing over. It can be selected like that. If it can't be, then it means you haven't snapped to this line to close that profile. Same with that one. Alright, so that's that one. We can finish the sketch. Very good. And we will turn that sketch off. Now we're going to do the same, create a sketch, but this time on that plane. And we'll just rotate it around. And we're going to insert a SVG from computer, Spit2, open, and it actually wants to be facing, we're going to grab this the other way around. We're looking at our plan view. Can you see, if we can do it like that, or we can do it, have a look over here. I think it's the Z angle, is it? Yep, we want to be -90. So we can do it with that handle, or we can type in here. That's facing the correct way. We go OK. And probably get another cup of tea, go on YouTube a little bit. Oh, we're back. And the same as we did before, we want to delete everything except the plan view this time. I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, so I've restarted the video and I've deleted everything except my plan view. If I turn on sketch 1 and go to my, I'll just, actually before I do that, I haven't finished the sketch still. So I've still got a green tick, but I want to get my line tool and go from about there to there, and I make sure that I'm snapped to the green line. Alright, so I've got those lines in there, and I've finished that sketch and go home. Alright, so I've actually got both planes there. Alright, we'll continue on the next video.